In the south of Chad, in the province of Niapende, there are long stretches of dirt roads before you reach the refugee camps. This region is now home to more than 30,000 refugees who fled the war in their homeland, the Central African Republic. Since 2002, they crossed the borders into southern Chad, desperate for security and shelter. In response to the crisis, the European Commission's Humanitarian Aid Department and the UN Refugee Agency, UNHCR, provided humanitarian aid to save lives. 3 camps were built with the cooperation of the Chadian government: Camp Mboko, Camp Ganji, and Camp Dossi. After 10 years of existence, the refugee camps today look like villages. But for the refugees, life is an endless daily struggle for survival. Pascal Dejura arrived at Camp Dossi in 2005. For years, he was totally dependent on assistance.
Les parents qui sont morts, moi-même pour chasser mes enfants, tout dispersés. J'ai perdu beaucoup de temps pour les retrouver. D'autres sont morts.
His luck changed 3 years ago when the European Union funded a major project in Chad to motivate refugees to become self-sufficient. He received 2 oxen, a yoke, and a wheelbarrow.
Grâce à ces bœufs qu'on nous a reçus, donc ça nous a permis de cultiver le sorgho, les arachides, le sésame, les patates, donc le niébé, donc un peu de petite culture traditionnelle même à côté. Et donc ça nous permet encore de nous habiller, de manger.
Cultivating land is a monumental feat in this part of the world. Chad is plagued by both drought and flooding. Men and women pound the dry earth with sticks before they can plant seeds. Tools are rare, 3 shovels for 10 men, so they work in relay teams. Developing agricultural resources is the first of 3 pillars of the socio-economic integration program for refugees and the local communities. These local Chadian also benefit from the program in exchange for hosting the refugees. These farmers now have better access to water, thanks to the installation of a pump. They're building a canal to draw water from the river to their vast fields.
Notre défi à relever, c'est exploiter de qualité et en quantité suffisante pour nourrir notre population. Notre défi à relever, c'est la formation de la jeunesse. Il faut vraiment privilégier la formation et l'autodépendance. Il faut qu'on s'émerge nous-mêmes.
The EU program enables some to plan a future. Germaine Maggi received €115 to start a business. She sells her peanut soup at Camp Ganji's market. Every step of this program funded by the European Union has been planned. This warehouse was built to store the grain. It's now managed by the farmers themselves to ration food and sales throughout the year. Over 1,000 sacks are protected here from rodents and bad weather. Half the refugees in the camps are women. They've learned to become farmers, entrepreneurs. They organize themselves into cooperatives with the help of the humanitarian agencies. Being self-sufficient means the refugees are expected to give back. At this monthly meeting, the revenue is divided into 4 parts for the benefit of themselves and the community.
Il y a une partie qui devrait aller pour le financement, le fonctionnement de l'école, une autre partie pour l'augmentation de capital, la 3e partie c'est pour la motivation et l'autre pour les activités propres de l'AME et du comité des femmes.
One part of the refugees are working towards independence, with others hoping to participate.
On est en train de passer progressivement d'une aide gratuite, une aide d'assistance humanitaire gratuite, vers une autoprise en charge des réfugiés par eux-mêmes. Bon, ça se passe avec des difficultés, mais ça se passe quand même.
Helping refugees help themselves has made a big difference for these children.
Le père et la mère
A basic education is the second pillar of this program to help refugees in Chad. Refugee and local children learn to read and write. Each one gets a notebook, a pen and crayons, with the hopes they will write a better future for themselves.
L'enfant éduqué serait différent de l'enfant qui n'est pas éduqué. On les forme sur les conséquences de la guerre. Donc, ils ne prendront jamais le chemin de la guerre.
12-year-old Cynthia Maness has lived more than half her life in Camp Ganji. Her father, Mayo, works odd jobs. Her mother, Judith, receives some support to grow and sell local products. The family lost everything in 2005 when they were attacked at the local market.
Ipe tona I sina ya ngunda kwai ambororo alutna I ambati fai encore ambeni so mambati peso mo sinandoti kwati tatimo.
The mother says school protects her daughter and gives the family hope.
J'ai fait l'école pour demain. J'ai aidé les familles.
Reaching out to children at risk is a main goal of the EU educational program. Some children can't go to class because they're needed in the fields from January to April to move the cows.
Les membres de la famille sont mes parents, mes frères, mes sœurs.
These students are known as children of the herdsmen. Special seasonal classes were set up just for them near the work fields to adapt to their nomadic life. It's an ambitious program that involves sensitizing all parents.
L'importance de cette association, c'est d'amener, de convaincre les parents d'amener les enfants à l'école.
Taki Kongolo is a young refugee living in Camp Mboko. Only 13 years old, he says there are still many things standing in the way of his education.
Ici, ça nous manque les cahiers, le bic, et nous-mêmes, nous les élèves, nous venons s'aliter à l'école. Nous n'avons pas d'autres moyens.
Taki wants more because he is desperate to learn.
Et vous savez, un homme qui ne sait pas lire et écrire est comme un arbre qui n'a pas de racines.
Health is the third pillar of the EU-funded integration program. This subsidized health clinic in the village of Beret was built between two refugee camps so local Chadians could access medical services.
La priorité pour l'UNHCR et l'Union européenne, c'est d'augmenter l'accès aux soins et aussi d'améliorer les soins de qualité qui sont offerts pour que nous ayons un impact en termes de réduction de mortalité et de morbidité pour les bénéficiaires.
Jamora Kende's babies suffered a fever in the night. Malaria is the #1 health threat in the camps.
Na bison mi betawara yoro apeso patak na tertimbi apeso mi gonela so duto petala monela apeso mi panche kola.
4 days of antibiotics are prescribed for her son that Jamora pays for. Malnutrition, respiratory and gastro infections plague the innocent. Under the health program, field doctors spot cases and refer the families to this clinic. Babies are checked, diagnosed, and given treatment. Even the animals are vaccinated to prevent disease that could spread. The integration program all interconnects.
D'un point de vue social et économique, nous avons des programmes d'activités génératrices de revenus qui permettent aux réfugiés justement d'être autosuffisants, de se prendre en charge, donc d'être une moins grande charge pour l'État d'accueil et pour la communauté internationale.
The EU UNHCR program in Chad has boosted the confidence of many.
Quand tu fais quelque chose, il faut prendre le mètre, bien dressé. Nous avons les équerres, tous les matériels qui sont là. Donc ça nous permet de faire le travail.
Michel Nagarwe bought equipment under the program. He runs a forge workshop employing 6 persons and operates a grain mill to help other farmers.
Quand on demande le groupe pour souder, une partie de l'électricité va alimenter l'alimentation et une partie de l'électricité nous permet de faire la soudure. C'était comme ça que nous, on a émis ces idées et puis on a construit la soudainerie en 3e position.
With the support of the European Union, Michel Nagarwe has a new purpose in life. The refugees have hope for the future. they finally see the boundaries of their refugee camp lifting.